told me dreams don't pay the bills. Said life gets hard and it probably will. Every road I took got covered in rain. Every lesson I learned came wrapped in pain. I remember nights I stared at the ceiling, trying to fight thoughts I didn't like feeling, questioning everything, doubting my worth, wondering why I was put on this earth. I watched people leave when the road got rough, heard keep going when I had enough. Smiled in public, cried in private, built my future where nobody could find it. Every scar became a chapter, every loss made me stronger after. Looking back now I understand, the storm was shaping the man I am. If I quit back then, I never know how far a broken heart could grow. What if I never gave up? What if I listened when they said stop? What if I folded under pressure, never discovered I was stronger than ever? What if I let fear decide? What if I never fought for my life? I'd still be trapped in yesterday's pain. Thank God I stood in the fire and changed. What if I never gave up? I carry weight nobody could see, a war in my mind every day with me. People saw confidence, saw the smile, didn't see me fighting mile after mile. I fell down more than I can count, lost faith, lost hope, lost my route. But every setback taught me something, every closed door became a blessing. Yeah, the world loves winners, but ignores the climb, doesn't see the darkness before the shine. I learned success ain't overnight, it's surviving every hopeless night. It's believing when there's no evidence, trusting growth inside the resistance. If I surrender, then I never know how much strength lives below rock bottom. What if I never gave up? What if I listened when they said stop? What if I folded under pressure, never discovered I was stronger than ever? What if I let fear decide? What if I never fought for my life? I'd still be trapped in yesterday's pain. Never gave up. Maybe the struggle was part of the plan. Maybe the pressure created the man. Maybe every tear, every sleepless night was preparing me for this fight. Maybe the failures weren't failures at all. Maybe they taught me how not to fall. Maybe my purpose was hidden inside the battles I thought would take my life. What if I never gave up? What if I let the darkness win? What if I never got back up every time I got knocked down again? I wouldn't know this strength I found, wouldn't hear this victory sound, wouldn't be standing here today with a story only pain can make. What if I never gave up? What if I never become who I am? So if you're tired, if you're broken, if you're hanging on by a thread, remember this: the person you're becoming is waiting on the other side of the moment you refuse to quit. And one day you look back and say, thank God I never gave up.